Alright, I'm in a bad position, but I'm going to do this anyway, because this is what I like to do. So, nope, it's not here. I've made other videos for you, but you ignore. But I'm going to do this anyway, again. So, truth, not knowledge. There's tons of knowledge or actually, never mind that. Okay, this is the truth. There is only one God. He made everything. And what's that truth based on? You're the one posting it, so we should take your word for everything? Based on what? Even if it is the truth, why do you want a God to exist? Why do you want the Christian God to exist? Or why do you want this God to be the Christian God? He made everything? Okay, why do you want us to be a creation, and why do you want this God to be that creator? How are we a good creation as by the divine hand of this God? If it was all about facts with you guys, religion wouldn't. Jesus is God in a human body. He came to reveal the truth and to save all who want to be saved. Okay, so even if he is God in a human body, how does that make him good? And what's your point on that? As for Jesus, well, never mind that. Okay, so he came to reveal the truth and to save all who want to be saved. Okay, saved by the problem that he caused himself because he created without consent and set that creation up to disobey him, to bring sin about, when they couldn't have sinned because God didn't create them as sinners. And you can't argue free will either, because sin had to exist beforehand for free will to bring it about. And also, that means God is capable of evil. Otherwise, none of the options he gave Adam and Eve to choose from could be evil or bad or disobedient. So, if any, saved from what? Why did Adam and Eve even need free will? They were in a utopia. They were in the paradise known as Garden of Eden. What the hell did they need free will for, or to choose? What choice from what? Is birth or creation a part of that free will? No? Why not? Okay, he came to reveal the truth and to save all who want to be saved. Okay, so what if we don't want to be saved? And why is that criminal? Why does that warrant eternal damnation in hell if we don't want to be saved? I mean, why is hell the only other option? Why isn't just simple non-existence, just as we were before we were born? Why can't we have that instead of hell? I mean, not wanting to be with God is a crime? Who does that harm? And again, saved from what? The problem God himself caused to begin with? God was the only one involved in the creation, as Christianity says or claims. So who else could be involved that God needs to save us from? Ourselves? Okay, what does that have to do with God then? If we caused the problem, God proved it was him by raising Jesus from the dead. Who made death a reality? We did? Okay, again, what does God have to do with it then? So you're saying that Adam and Eve, after disobeying them, quote unquote, they said, oh yeah, sorry God, we disobeyed you. Okay, yeah, we're gonna leave the Garden of Eden, we're gonna make ourselves mortal. Okay, so sorry, we both sincerely apologize, God, and we're going to be mortal and we're gonna bring death and sin to the world. Is that what happened? Probably not, right? So, salvation's only through Jesus, period. Same thing as being saved. Why is salvation a part of the equation here? Why do we need salvation? What if God either didn't create life, or Adam and Eve, or didn't want obedience? Would we need to be saved or have salvation or get whatever? Would salvation be a part of the equation? The existential equation, I guess. God has a plan for humanity and goes way beyond his. Okay, so if God has a plan, which means everything is his way, his doing, or a part of his plan, then what the fuck you going? What? Why does this even, why do you even need to say anything? Why does Christianity need churches? God already has a plan. Why do you approve of that plan? And why do you pray? That would suggest you don't agree with his plan, or any aspect of it. You pray when somebody's sick. You pray when somebody, you pray when everything negative happens. When all that negativity, those existential problems, are all part of God's plan. And maybe it's not a suitable plan for humanity if God's omnipotent, if God is a supernatural being. How could God have a plan for humanity when he's superior? We are all destined to die. Again, who made death a reality? For those that accept Jesus and God's salvation. Well, the thing is, you talk about salvation. Okay, what would heaven be like if everything we like on this world is a sin? Premarital sex is somehow a criminal act. It hurts other people. Somehow. And what else is a sin? I don't even know. You guys say sin is the absence of God, but then you also say sin is criminal behavior. How can it be both? I mean, how is disobeying God a sin? How is that bad? How is that harmful to people? And what does disobeying God have to do with misbehaving toward other people on any level? And well, you say that for those that accept Jesus and God, so what is the salvation you talk? You go on about being saved and then you talk about salvation. What is the salvation and why do we want that? Now, as for heaven, why would we want to be there if everything we like here is bad? Or if it's allowed in heaven, why isn't it allowed here? What? Why would any of us non-saved people want to be stuck in an eternity with people like you? God bootlickers or Jesus bootlickers, whatever. I don't want that. If all you want is this life, then just keep doing what you're doing and believing whatever anyone tells you. If all you want is this life, no. What if we didn't want this life? Is birth a part of free will? Probably not. No, it isn't, right? So how is this even a valid statement if all you want is this life? And what is that? Then just keep doing what you're doing and believing whatever everyone... What? What is believing what? Kind of like you? You're a Christian, aren't you? I don't believe everything everyone tells me. If I was to do that, I'd be a Christian. Among other things. But you say this, but do you believe in Islam? Probably not, right? Well, you're a Christian, obviously, so you don't. Well, that would mean you believe in everything. There's how many... Fuck. What does believing whatever anyone tells you have to do with only wanting this life? If that's... You're preaching against something you yourself are doing. You're believing what everyone tells you. You're believing whatever anyone tells you. And to just keep doing what I'm doing, how is that wrong? Why does that offend you? This is about God, yeah, but you're the one speaking on his... You're representing God. And why would that offend God or you? Why would God or you care? For those that accept, he will make us like Jesus. I don't want to be like Jesus. I don't want to be powerful, eternal, or right. I don't even know what righteous means. How is God righteous? How are you righteous? I don't want to be a crazy sociopath who takes the responsibility for someone else's bullshit, only to then turn around and expect them to accept my payment, or suffer a severe consequence for not. No, that doesn't solve problems. If you want eternal life and a better life now, see what? Why is that conditional? Why do you agree that eternal life and a better one at that comes at a price? Comes at a price.